Good morning and welcome back to All That to Say.
Wait, what if it's not morning?
Well, good day to you and welcome back to All That to Say.
That's right.
All right, welcome out.
Yeah.
It's good to
Number
be back.
2.
Welcome back to the second episode. If you missed the first episode, go listen to that. If you don't want to listen to it, it's fine too, but it would just, be nice. You could be nice to us. All right.
That. Yeah, well, wait. Isn't there something you're supposed to say, like subscribe, like hit the...
Oh.
Isn't there 3 things?
Well, that's if you're doing YouTube. I mean, we're doing a podcast, but you could
Okay.
like, subscribe, comment, like, subscribe.
Yeah.
I mean, we are
what
doing
it is.
videos on YouTube too, so I guess it doesn't matter. Either way,
Oh, that was terrible. That's not the way to start.
it's okay. It's we're just having fun.
What's on your mind today, Mr. Nick?
All right, I got a real fun question for you today. All right, so give me some myths or urban legends or creatures that you think might actually be real.
I needed more time to think. That was too short.
Yeah, we can hit it again. It's okay.
Hit it again.
All right, I'll give you some examples.
Okay, give me an example.
Bigfoot.
So, I don't know that I think it's real. I think that it was something that someone did.
You think it was a hoax?
I don't think it was meant to be a hoax. I think it was like someone was
Somebody
doing something.
Yeah, someone dressed up like a gorilla or something, like
Just
to
something
play a
along-
prank or
exactly.
something. And
I feel like it was not like I'm gonna prank people and like make them think there's this gorilla man running around.
okay.
I honestly, my belief on that is that someone like was doing something, someone saw it, started talking about it, and they were like, "I'm gonna let this one." be a
Yeah,
mystery."
I'm not gonna ruin this. This is
Not gonna
good,
tell
too
you,
good.
but absolutely, because
All right.
that's totally something I would do.
Loch Ness monster.
Oh, I do. I don't believe it's still alive.
You,
But I
you
think it existed.
you think it existed,
I
but
think
it's
did.
dead now.
I think
it's gone now.
I believe it's dead.
It's not important.
No, I believe it
move past that
died
one.
and sank to the bottom, and that's why they can't find it.
You would think they would still find something.
No, I think they can't find it because it's too dark in there, and it got eaten.
It got eaten by other fish.
All the other, yeah,
Or another Loch Ness
yeah,
monster.
absolutely. But I do believe it was real.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll accept that.
Okay.
So in the Meg, like, do you think they're still around? Like, or like big creatures that things that maybe, like, in the Bible it talks about like
Giants.
giants, leviathans,
Yes.
things like that. So we know they existed. We know that like those things existed. Do you think they could be still around?
I think in the water, yes.
Because there's so much of the water we haven't explored.
Well, not only that, but it's the one thing. Oh gosh, man! I hope someone doesn't come attack me about this, like some Bible scholar. But when the flood covered the earth, and
Right.
so it kind of destroyed everything that was on land, right?
Right.
Outside of what Noah was able to keep, right? The sea didn't.
Yeah, it just rose.
It just rose. So I think that things that existed still exist there. They still can be there.
So
Absolutely.
there's a possibility.
I believe that they're there.
All right. What's the Mothman? What's his?
No,
No.
no way.
Just no.
No,
That's a hard no.
It's like the Fly, right?
Yeah, like the Jeff Goldblum movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like, not gonna happen.
I love that you referenced the Jeff Goldblum movie. It's like The Fly, right?
When you say Mothman, that's what I think of. Like Mothman makes me think of a circus act that is fake.
Okay,
I'll get it.
almost like a what are those called? Like a freak show type situation.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay,
That's my opinion on Mothman.
what are some other ones you could think of that, like, myths? Like,
Well,
I'm trying to think right now.
I don't even know if I know any. I mean, like, I probably. Okay. Here's some other things. Let's talk about like land type things, right? Devil's Tower, which is this big stone rock thing out.
Okay.
Right? They're trying to say maybe this is more conspiracy theory type stuff, but it's also, I think it's myth. It's more myth. They're trying to say that it is really a petrified stump of like a huge, huge tree.
Okay.
Have you seen the
No,
the
I haven't
Devil's
seen
Rock?
this one.
Okay. You're gonna have to look at it.
I'm gonna have to look this
You'll
up.
have to look it up. Right?
Devil's Rock.
Devil's Rock. What about some of the big craters? Do you believe that that asteroids actually hit the Earth and created some of these huge, huge craters?
Oh yeah, that's plausible. I mean, I feel like Mothman isn't really plausible.
Yeah, I agree.
Jeff Goldblum's not sneaking around the forest.
No.
So,
but my problem with these, I think that they're asteroids that hit the Earth. I think that some of these ones that were that big, like it would have moved the Earth.
Oh, that's a thought.
That's just
But
my
then,
opinion.
Like, gravity is so strong around the pull of the sun. I mean, I feel like maybe not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have a hard time. Asteroids are a thing with me where
You don't believe in asteroids. That's what I just learned.
No, I believe in them. I just don't know if some of the there are some that's like Crater Lake. Like there's some big ones.
Yeah.
That are like absolutely huge, and I'm thinking if something that big hit the ground enough.
I don't think it's about how big the crater is or how big the asteroid is. It's about the force of the crater.
Yeah, but
or force of the asteroid.
The crater, the asteroid wasn't like it was big. It was. I mean, right? It's like if you drop a rock into clay and it just indents and imprints a little bit. That much, right?
Right.
But it's a big rock.
Right.
It's the whole structure. So I think in my mind, I see the asteroid as this whole structure with mass, right? That's hitting the Earth. Well, one, where did all the stuff go? There should be like fragments and shards all over the place.
I guess that's a fair point.
Right. So that's why I have that's probably one that I'm like, I think those are myths.
Okay, I could see what you're saying now. There should be evidence of it, is what you're saying.
Something that big, there should be some evidence around.
All right. Do you think the aliens helped build the pyramids? Sorry, you said Devil's Rock, and that was like the first thing that popped in my mind was like
UFOs.
Pyramids, UFOs.
Yeah.
Let's get into that.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Do you believe in the UFOs at all?
No, I don't. But
no.
My wife does. She said, I'm like, you're crazy. Like if aliens have been visiting since like the 70s or 60s, we would have. Sorry, we have cameras everywhere now.
Yeah.
And
so you think time travel's possible?
I don't know. I mean, one day we'll meet a time traveler, and
I don't know.
one day we'll meet a time traveler.
I think the only time traveler we're going to meet is the Holy Spirit.
the eternal one.
The eternal one. I think that's it. Yeah. I don't know. There are parts of me sometimes where I'm like, I could buy into there's alien forms.
Like alien, like bacteria and stuff, like, or do you think like
no, like
humanoid?
Actually, sometimes there are sometimes when I have a thought where I'm like, I mean, it's possible.
It's possible.
I mean, we don't know, but then I'm like, it's not logical.
Yeah, like
it's not logical in that they would be anything like what we think.
Right. Like you just like if there are aliens, they're not going to be anything like what we think they are.
If there is, and I don't even know if there really is. I think just sometimes like you have these thoughts where it's like, I mean, it's possible.
It's possible
because we don't. I mean, sometimes we don't really know what the government is hiding.
Oh no. That's
no. I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go there. I'm just saying. I think that sometimes, sometimes I it's a thought that goes. I mean. Maybe. Yeah,
but like, could the government realistically, if there were something like that big,
not this long.
They
couldn't.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, look, JFK finally came out.
Yeah.
And everybody's been. That was a conspiracy theory.
Right.
For like ever.
Okay.
A pretty legit. I mean, and like. there were enough people that were speaking into it that made people feel like, I don't know that it's a conspiracy theory. I think there's a lot of truth. And so now we find out the truth
Yeah.
in good old, 2023?
In 2023, we found out the
We
truth
found out
about
the
something
truth.
that happened.
In 64?
64.
Yes. So,
I mean, but aliens, like what that was like the 70s. Roswell was like in the 70s, right?
right.
So maybe in like 2030, we'll find out about
That's
aliens.
what I'm saying. You
So-
never, I don't know. Hey, you heard it here first.
Yeah, if we find out about aliens in 2030, somebody needs to call us. And
Hey, 20.
I might be a
listen,
time traveler.
You say that date. Listen, that date is all over the place right now. Like,
Why?
I don't know. Like, there's all kinds of like government things that they're trying to. Are we going down this track? No, I don't want to go down this track.
I don't want to.
I'll just say this, and then we'll move on. There are a lot of like things that governments or in the world
Okay.
want to have passed or in place by 2030.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
And one of them will be aliens.
one of the reality of aliens. No,
Yeah.
no, that's not true. No, I mean, I'm saying I was talking to someone about this the other day because I said I was just watching different things and I'm like, I think I saw like 6 different things where it's like we want to have this instituted and up and running by 2030, and I'm like, what is up with 2030?
Aliens.
So listen, y'all, stay awake, okay? Like that's
Stay woke.
6.5 years. No, don't stay woke. Stay awake. There's a difference.
Corey just said, stay woke.
No, I did not. See,
Basically.
people do that all the time. You said
Stay awake.
it's not.
Stay awake.
Stay
which
awake.
is
It's not
one.
woke.
It was two letters away from stay woke.
Yeah, don't be that. Don't be that person. So, what do you think about conspiracy theories?
Well, it's funny. I was gonna make a transition with
Okay.
the moon landing.
Oh, this is huge.
The moon landing.
This
we're,
is huge.
We're aliens,
Listen,
and we're talking about government conspiracy theories.
listen.
Moon landing was fake.
Okay, listen. I struggle with this one. I really do. I want to believe it. As an older person
Right.
who like was born in the height of them going to the moon,
Right.
right? So I didn't get to
You're
see any
like
of that
in the
stuff.
moon. You were like born in the moon race.
I was born in that. So as a young boy watching all of the space stuff happening, that was a big deal, right? There were shows, it was a big deal. Space exploration, big deal. Then they moved to the what's it called, the Challenger plane, the what is that thing called, it can go up and then land.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember.
All right, if you're watching, put it in the comments.
Yeah, please tell us what it was called.
I can't remember.
What it's called.
I literally just saw this thing last week at the Air Force Museum. Okay. Anyway, all that to say, I hear some pretty plausible explanations of why it's fake.
Like the shadow of the flag and like
Just
different
various,
things like
just
that.
various things, right? Various things.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna go somewhere with this in a minute.
Okay.
To put out there. Okay. So I see things and I'm like, that's very possible, but we're doing space travel, and
So they say.
okay. Well, we watch the space shuttle
Go up,
and come back and land.
but we don't know where it's going.
We don't know where it's going. Okay, so listen. So there's a part of me that wants to believe in it because I growing up with Star Wars, Star Trek, still love all of that. I mean, the Marvel stuff specific
different,
to specific to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Like I love Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Right.
I just love that whole concept.
So you
and
want
I
to believe
thought-
in space travel.
So I want to believe in space travel. I want to believe that if you can travel to space, you can have the ability to land on something like the moon.
Okay.
Okay? I want to believe that. We have incredibly smart people, right? And we've seen all the movies, we've seen all the like data of, people writing these codes and these books to like do stuff on computers back in the 60s and 70s to get people in. So there's a big part of me that wants to believe in that because so would you ever go to space?
I would go to space before I go to the deep ocean.
100%.
Like I think
Absolutely.
that I think the unknown of space is a lot less. This is crazy because I feel like I've gone to the ocean, but I feel like going into deep space is so much less intimidating than going into deep
Yeah, I don't want to
ocean.
go in the deep ocean.
I never want to go to the deep ocean. There's so much we don't know about it.
I don't want to go in the deep ocean for multiple reasons. One is because it's stupid dark down there.
Yeah, well, it's stupid dark in space too.
No, you have the sun. It can be dark, but it depends on where you're positioned. If you're behind,
there's a sun out there.
If you're behind Earth, it's going to be dark. But if you're not, you have the sun.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you not believe in the sun?
No, I believe in the sun.
Okay, I'm like, wait a minute, what are we trying to say here?
No, I think it's funny because that's like your first argument for not going to not going to. It's dark. What do you think? Do you think space is always bright?
Well, no, I think I think it's more bright than the deep ocean.
Maybe we've never been.
Well, you're right. I've never been. But if you're above the Earth,
you can see the Earth.
You can see the Earth, which means, but you're still going to be behind it, right? I mean, there's still this understanding. But I agree with you. Like going to but would you land on the moon?
If it's possible.
Okay. See, I would definitely. I'm 100%. When people say, "Would you go to space?" I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it would be so cool.
Let's go.
I'm all about like low gravity. Like
no
I want
way.
to see what that feels like.
Yeah, I think this. So that I'm saying that because that's my concept of like, because I would love to be a person who gets to like explore space.
That's where your
travel to
belief
space.
comes from that the moon landing was right.
Exactly.
Was true.
But I see a lot of things where I'm like, I don't know, and so let me take you to another one then. You ever watch so back in the 40s and 50s, well, specifically 40s, right, when they were getting ready for World War II and they were doing all the nuclear bomb testing?
Right.
Right? And you get to watch those videos today, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did the cameras and the film survive?
The explosion.
And everything else got destroyed.
You know, and I've thought about this a lot because I was watching. I recently watched Godzilla. The
I don't believe in Godzilla.
The old 2001 one where Godzilla is created because of the radiation from them testing that.
Yes. Yeah.
That he like grew from the radiation.
That was their way. That was their way of.
That was their
back,
origin story.
But it's their way of getting back at Americans because they said you bombed us and had this radiation, and so out of that, our defender was Godzilla, and he's gonna come destroy America.
You have not seen the 2001 Godzilla, have you?
At all. I just made all that up.
Yeah, that was not how the movie went at all.
Okay. All right.
But anyways, I was thinking about this because I watched the movie recently, and I was thinking about how like they were like standing like in like you can see them standing and they're like these big bombs are going off and like the videos you said the video like did that, but like also like how like the devastation of a nuclear bomb in the middle of an ocean, like how did that not like affect us as a human race, like affect the like how
maybe it does. Maybe when we eat the things that come from the sea is a reason why we're being poisoned.
We're starting new conspiracy theories now.
I'm all about it. I love conspiracy theories, only because they get people going.
Because it's because you get to rile people up about things that are so inconsequential in reality.
100%.
Like
yeah. I don't like to get people riled up, but I do like to see there are some people that get very passionate about something and they will defend it. Like that's
the hill they're gonna die on.
They're close to fighting you, like throwing punches. Like
speaking of, I almost got fought. Just random story. I almost got fought. 2 days ago at work, by an old lady.
Are you kidding me?
No. I went up to a couple of my. This is so stupid. This is Walmart in all of its glory. I probably shouldn't have said Walmart, but
I don't know if I can pull it out. I'll try, but I won't be able to.
A big box store.
Yeah.
In retail in all of its glory. I was going up to a vendor to talk to them about how much stuff they had on the floor, and like they're blocking the way for customers. And I was like, hey, man, you're just really got a mess going on. Can you clean it up? And this customer followed me until I stopped to talk to another associate. Like, and I'm talking like not like a short distance.
Yeah.
I'm talking like
Stalked you.
like followed me for like a quarter lap around the store
Okay.
and stopped me and said, you should be less worried about that and more worried about your associates that are dropping F-bombs 2 aisles over. And I was like, okay, well I can't be everywhere, but thank you for telling me. You know, like,
Yeah.
like
That's a tough one.
but she was like angry
Yeah. Well,
and she called me an idiot.
okay. Well, that was unfair.
Yeah, I was like, she's like,
She was just waiting to find out who was in charge, and you appeared to be in charge.
I appeared.
So you became head idiot.
Yeah, I was like, she's like, hey, you're an idiot. And I was like, what? That's first of all, that's how she started. She's like, hey, you're an idiot. And I was like, who are you? Do you know me?
Is this a test?
Yeah, I was like, and then she goes on about this, and I was like, okay, well, I didn't know that, so I will go take care of that. But like, I was just like, so caught off guard. This old lady about beat me up, and I thought I was gonna have to.
Those
Fighter.
sentence enhancers. I'm telling you, people have a hard time with leaving them at home.
Yeah,
They drive me crazy. I wouldn't have.
this has nothing
Well,
to do with conspiracy
It has
theories,
nothing to do
but
with
I was just
it.
thinking
But
about
now,
fighting
but
people.
we've launched. So what would happen if I was a customer and I heard something like that, and I just walked over them and said, "Hey guys, that's super unprofessional."
They would probably stop.
You think would they? Would they?
Oh, I think they would say, hey, if you went up to them and politely, like if I think that if someone was like, hey, man, I don't, particularly like if you walked up to like someone in any professional setting, I feel like it should be the expectation and said, hey, man, I don't really appreciate, you using that language while we're walking around. It's not very professional.
Yeah.
Like they should at least be like, yeah, sorry,
Right. Okay.
and like walk,
Where I was going was that probably would have been better served on her part.
to like go up
Just-
to the
just
associates and be
walk
like, hey,
over to the associates and say, "Hey, like it's pretty
I don't,
unprofessional."
yeah, I don't
It's,
appreciate
you know,
that. It's unprofessional.
I mean, because there was a day and age when it was like when women and children are around, you don't use that kind of language, especially kids. But I will, back in the day when I was in construction and had guys working out in the field, I was all the time just like, man, guys, look, you're professional carpenters. You're like skilled tradesmen. You're master tradesmen. Just because a guy has a college degree and works in an office does not make him any more professional than you are, and carry yourself in that manner.
Right.
And, it was a hard battle because in construction, there's this whole mindset of like, it's just what you do. And I battled it pretty hard. So, and it just, I'm into high school, and man, these kids, it's just they're inundated with it, and it just comes out of them. Like,
Yeah.
they're just.
And I mean, like,
anyway.
and like, I would tell I tell my coaches, like I don't like to hear that, but if you're going to say something, it needs to be off the sales floor.
Absolutely.
Like it doesn't need to be out in public. If you're going to say something,
Right.
it needs to be in an office,
Right.
or at least in the back room where it's not like because you're representing the company.
And I don't think a lot of times they see it like that.
That's
I'm
just a
representing
problem.
myself.
That's a problem with the generation.
It
They're
is.
not. They don't see things as it's all about them.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's two old
All
guys.
right, let's go back to conspiracy theories. We'll go down a whole ugly trail on that one right there because we started talking about culture and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are there any, so back to the? I'm still convinced. I don't know what I'm going to say here. I don't know how I'm going to say this.
The moon landing?
No,
Are you talking about the moon landing
no.
now?
Well, no. I want to believe in that. I'm not 100% convinced it's real,
Yeah.
but I want to believe in it, and I don't need to believe in it. It's just I just want to believe that's a big thing to like.
It's a big accomplishment
Trillions of dollars
that
wasted.
went into actually hiding the aliens.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's actually, now let's go full conspiracy. That just turned the corner right there. it's a cover up,
Yeah.
which could be interesting. I've actually never thought about that or heard that, but
I
I just think that
thought about it.
as American as our money as taxpayers, if I found out, I'd be pretty disappointed if I found out that trillions of dollars were spent on space exploration and it was
we've
all a
never been
hoax. Well, I still think we've been in space. I think. I mean,
maybe.
I want to believe that we have. I want to believe there's a day when we'll be taking a trip up there.
It'll cost a lot of money for all of us to go to
I
space,
mean,
but
isn't that what what's his face with Tesla is trying to make it affordable for all
yeah,
humankind?
but he also wants to colonize Mars, I think.
I mean, they wanted to colonize America at one point in time,
I guess you're right.
and it turned out okay.
Sometimes.
I mean, no, it started out okay.
It started out okay.
It's still turning.
Yeah.
We'll see how that ends, but
What
I
are some
had
other
this whole-
conspiracy theories that you think are true, not true? Because you've brought up conspiracy theories,
yeah,
gone from myths to conspiracy theories, and I think there's definitely a moon landing's one of my big ones that I'm 100%. I think it's false.
you think it's false? 100%.
Yeah, I don't think we landed, or we may have since then, but I think like the pictures of the original, like the flag, the way it's sitting in the pictures. I wish I could like pull up a screen right here and like.
Well, if you had a really good editor,
Yeah, if we had
film
an editor. If
who,
we had
who
an
was
editor,
really good at this, he or she could bring up these pictures in
like,
the middle of this,
if you've seen
and it would be great for our audience.
You've seen like pictures where, unless you're listening to it, just the audio.
That's
You've
true.
seen pictures where like the flag's like waving
Yes.
in space. Now I'm not a scientist of any, but where's the wind coming from?
Doesn't the moon rotate?
I mean, but like,
Where does the wind? Wait.
where does like the wind come from?
Where does the wind come from for Earth?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer, but
I'm just saying you can't say
is there wind on?
you can't say that there's not wind on the moon.
I've never been there. You're right.
One, you've never been there. Two is we can't define where it comes from.
But it's just the way that the flag was perfectly rippling.
I think the wind. So you've seen the movie Matrix, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
You think that the movie? You think the wind just comes from the Matrix?
No. When I think about sometimes when I think about the planet Earth, these are just sometimes I have these thoughts, right? And we all have them. Maybe just me. But I think sometimes like how fascinating is it that we spin in a way that the sun comes up on the east, sets in the west, right?
Right.
So it's spinning that direction.
Okay.
Okay? Spinning this direction. And yet somehow the wind is going against the way we're spinning. Make sense? You see what I'm saying? Right? Because it's spinning this way and the wind is going with it, with the earth. So we're going at, what's the speed? We should probably like really look up information before we start talking about stuff, but what's the speed that the earth spins at? 27,000 miles, or is that just the circumference? 27,000 miles an hour? 17,000 miles an hour?
I don't know.
Something crazy like that?
Not a scientist.
Yeah.
I said that 3 times in this video
I
already.
know. Right, but I find it incredibly fascinating that as fast as the earth is spinning, there's wind moving faster.
Yeah. That's fair.
So then my mind goes, maybe we are in a matrix.
Maybe we are in a
And
simulation.
this is all fake.
It's just a simulation.
And the reason why it is because the aliens really do exist, because all of this stuff really exists, and it's really been like 4,000 years ago, and we're just batteries.
Wow.
But I don't really believe any of that.
Well,
I don't believe any of that. But there are days when my mind goes down that path pretty hardcore. And then I have to go, honestly, I start praying and I go get in God's word and I'm like, nope, that's all conspiracy. It's fake. That's all the enemy. But yeah, anyway.
Well, I think that's a good place to end, honestly.
Yeah? Oh. No. I got one more.
Okay, you got one more?
Flat earthers.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, that's just, you remember the old, I think it's Norse tale that the world's on the back of a turtle?
Yeah. I have forgotten about that, but yes.
Yeah, that's kind of where that theory sits in my mind. Is the people that believe that. Like, I understand that people, like primitive people, probably thought that, like, yeah, the world, that kind of makes sense, like a giant turtle, and if you sailed too far you'd fall off the edge. But
right
if we have really discovered space travel and
then the earth can't be flat. So are you saying
it's false?
Are you saying, no, hold on. Are you saying if we haven't truly been in space, then there's a possibility that the earth could be flat?
No, I just don't think it's just round. It's just round.
Round no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just such a crazy theory to believe in.
I had someone stop me, an old acquaintance, they are not old, but just
You've known them for a while.
Time. And they kind of dropped this, like, I'm a flat earther, and I was like, huh? And so they started explaining, and they're telling me about, like, biblically speaking, you can prove it, and I'm like, I think you're reading the wrong gospel. I don't know what you're reading, but
I've read the Bible. I don't remember anywhere where it says the Holy Spirit said the earth will be flat.
I know, right? So anyway, all that to say, conspiracies, space travel, all that kind of stuff, flat earthers. It's fun to think about. It's fun to have conversations about. But you used the terminology earlier. Has no point.
Yeah, it's all just conjecture.
Yeah,
and it's meaningless, really.
Meaningless. There you go.
I mean, at the end of the day,
right?
Does any of it really truly affect our lives? No, unless we're in a simulation, then it does.
People are going to take what I just said and they're going to run with it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't really believe that we're in the Matrix. I don't really believe that we are batteries supplying power for the AIs.
I mean, there's definitely people out there that do. So
there are people that believe in the earth is flat too.
Yeah, that's true.
And if I had enough money.
And there are probably people who think that we still are on the back of a turtle.
Yeah. Look, if I had enough money and the way to do it, the person I ran into the other day, I would love to put them somehow in, like, either be able to walk it or like a hot air balloon where they're just enough above it and then not super fast.
Yeah.
And with a compass, and then be able to see that when they go west or east, whichever way they want to go, you would have to go from west to east probably to catch the air currents, right?
Yeah.
So for them to catch that and to literally go around the equator and see all of it,
and then be like,
and then come back to the spot.
Yeah.
I if I had that kind of money, that's what I would do.
Just to prove them wrong.
Yes, absolutely. No, well, not just to prove them wrong, but like to like say, okay, it's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
It's a theory. Let's kill it. Let's destroy it.
Yeah, I think
let's put an end to it.
I wish that we could, put to death all conspiracy theories.
This is why I want space travel.
So that this is why you want space travel to be true.
This is why I want space travel to be true.
So that you know that the Earth is not flat.
Absolutely. So that we can people could go up into space, or we can go up and come back with legit pictures, and people that trust us and believe us would be like, all right, if you say it is, it is. It's not the government.
But will people ever truly believe you?
I don't know. Probably not.
Well.
All right. Well, all that to say, it's another great day.
Tell us what great conspiracy theories or myths you believe in the comments below.
Yes.
Please give us some ideas of things that you think are real.
Yes.
We'd love to hear them.
Yes.
And thanks for listening, subscribing.
Absolutely.